Hello there, Mountaineers, and welcome to this week's scouting report for the Elon Browns. And Coach has been up for most of the night thinking about and reviewing film. And we're going to go through the Elon's offense and defense real quick and give you some video and some coaching points to look at. And hopefully a few of you will see this. So the main formations that the Browns like to use, the first one is a a pro set I. So they have two running backs behind the quarterback. They have two wide receivers, and they have one tight end. So that's a pro set I. And the main plays that they run from that, they run dives left and right. They run a power left and right. They run a toss left and right, and they run a quarterback sneak off of that. And the base responsibility in the power I is really, really simple. In the pro I is very simple. One, cornerbacks need to line up 2 or 3 yards inside the wide receiver. I noticed that they seem to run to the shorter side and the tight end side. So normally if they're going to run this way, the kid that's split way out far, which is normally this guy on the back side, they usually push him out towards the sidelines in an effort to get the cornerback to go out there. So we don't really want our cornerbacks to go out there. If they want to throw the football to him, that's great. We'll take our chances there. So I don't think they're going to get the pass off personally. So let's talk about the rest of this. Cornerbacks line up inside these guys, and if you see that it's run, you play run support by running into the backfield and making the tackle right here. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Very important. Defensive ends. Normally they have one tight end. If there's only one tight end and you're the defensive end on that, you need to jam the tight end and then go outside of him. So come hit him and then come into the backfield. And the reason you're yellow and the quarterback is yellow is your job is to key the quarterback. Job one, hit the tight end, then to the quarterback. If you do not have a tight end lined up on you, go as fast as you can directly to the quarterback and sack him. Twan. All right, so those are the defensive ends. The reason you want to jam this tight end is because they'd like to try to throw to him. So if you bump him, that'll give the rest of the guys time to go in and kill the quarterback. Talking about outside linebacker now. Outside linebacker, if you are the outside linebacker, and normally they throw to the defensive left side, the offensive right, the defensive left. And this is going to be, I think, Twan. Actually, Twan, that's right. You're not playing defensive end. I'm going to put you at linebacker this week. Twan, you'll be defending this pass. Bradley, you'll be right here defending this pass as well. So if he drops back to pass, you have to keep your eye on the tight end. If you see the tight end blocking, go get the ball carrier. If you see him go out for a pass, intercept the ball. If you are the backside linebacker and you don't have a tight end, you're cueing the tailback first and foremost. This linebacker should still cue the tailback, but we just got to keep an eye on that tight end to see what he does first. And the middle linebacker is always going to be in the B gap, which means we always cue the fullback as a middle linebacker. So that's one offense that they run, which is a pro set I. They also run a shotgun. They still have the two wide receivers, and they still have the tight end. They just, in this formation, they have a running back on either side of the quarterback. And they run the tight end pass. So this guy just kind of comes down here, and they try to throw the ball to him. They have a little screen. So one play, this kid just kind of slips out, and the quarterback just dumps the ball to him. And that would be the defensive end should be going straight to the quarterback fast. You actually could probably make the interception on that and go for a touchdown if you play your cards right. So just keep your eyes open if you're playing defensive end. But linebackers should get there in plenty of time to stop that. Excuse me. They have the quarterback kind of spins around in a circle, and then this guy slips over this way, and they kind of dump it to him. They have some really strange-looking tosses that they do, where they just kind of toss the football to the guy, and he just tries to run outside. So, but they do run out of that quite a bit, which we'll see. And the last formation I saw is they have a spread 4 formation where they don't really have a tight end set up. They just kind of have 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers, and they throw a deep pass. They threw a deep pass to this purple guy here, and they did a little reverse where this kid kind of came walking up and just kind of came behind and took the ball and went that way. It's pretty sorry actually. So on these spread fours, cornerbacks just split these two receivers and stay at about 7 yards deep. Middle linebacker might just back up just a little bit to make that pick. Defensive ends, there's no tight ends, so just run in and sack the quarterback. Piece of cake. So that's primarily what they run on offense. And on defense, they run a very little 7-man front with 4 kind of linebacker looking guys. And halftime, they don't even have a defensive end on one of the tight ends. So we should be able to run outside on them. And really, we should be able to run inside, especially on some of the dive plays where we get down on linebacker. And this guy will seal that. And this guy would be here. And this guy would be here. Could be through for a touchdown in pretty short order. So we'll practice that. But that's the defense that they run. And we're going to go look at some film now. Here's their kickoff. And on the kickoff, the only thing to note is the kid line drives it and hits their guy right in the face pretty much. And if you're going to take a line drive kickoff, just if you're in the front line and the kid line drives it, just let it go by you. My phone's decided it's going to ring off the hook now, so I'm going to change my buzzer to silent. Okay, this is their defense. And they're on defense. You can see the guys are just muddled around in the backfield. And then they have a bunch of guys in the line. Now they do have good linebackers. If you see that kid, so if you're running the football, you better be ready because that middle linebacker, he does shoot the gaps pretty nicely. And there's another look at their linebacker. 4 guys in the backfield. They just kind of stand up. And again, just kind of muddling around. So here we are on offense, and this is the pro eye. Let me just stop that real quick. Pro eye, fullback, tailback. They have a wide receiver right here, which is who this guy is on. And then there's another wide receiver split out. Cornerbacks stay inside the wide receiver when they're in the eye. They're not going to throw to him more than likely. And if they do, we'll deal with that later. This is just their attempt to run a little power play, I believe. So actually a little toss. So defensive ends should just watch the quarterback and play him. And once you see that's a toss, just run it there and get the running back. Cornerbacks should be tackling that. Linebackers, we practiced shooting the C gaps yesterday. You should be all over that. This is the shotgun screen. I'll back that up. And all he does is there's the shotgun, and he just kind of flips it out to this guy. And you can see the Eagle linebacker just runs up and slams him. And down he goes.